Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Randi, and we're doing quite a few things in my bullet journal today. First, I'll show you how I wrap up for the month of February in here, and I'll flip-flop between this and setting up for March, and then I'll give you a rundown on how I use signifiers in my bullet journal, since I've gotten a lot of questions on that lately. If you watched my 2022 setup video, I mentioned that I wasn't really using my feature planning pages, so I decided to fill the bottom section of each month with the different pens that I used in this notebook. And then moving on to the collections in here, I'm updating my goals log. If I accomplished a goal completely, it gets an X. If I took steps to accomplish it and made progress, it gets a slash. And then I set up my goals for March, which included writing, reading, content creating, and fitness goals. Here's a look at how the rest of the collections are looking at the end of the month. They're really simple, and if you're curious about any of them, I will link that setup video. And here's a look at February. I decided to add little flag stickers at the top of all the pages that aren't daily logs, and for this month, those pages are just book reviews. Now we're setting up for March. I put down a jumbo March sticker to make a simple cover page, and I have these stickers available in my shop. The link will be in the description box if you're interested in some of your own for your own journal. I'm drawing up this simple month on 2-page layout for the monthly that I usually do, and it is aligned to the bottom left of the 2 pages. And it really hasn't changed since my first bullet journal video that I uploaded last year. It is 6 squares across and 5 squares up and down for each box. This month, I've decided to set up a page for content planning. My goal for this month is to post 2 new videos a week, and I figured this page would be really useful. It's pretty crazy to me that I posted as often as I did for the month of February. Thank you so much for all of the support on my videos, and it really means a lot to me. I really appreciate your encouragement. I forgot to mention this in my 2022 setup video, but in the very back of my bullet journal, I have a section for monthly reflections. It's similar to what I did in my 2021 bullet journal, where I'm just writing down my bullet journal related thoughts to close out the month. For February, I noted that switching up my pen as often as I did is going to be considered a good thing. It helped me embrace the inconsistencies and imperfections of my planner. I'm also considering tabbing some collection pages off for easier navigation. And lastly, I noted that if you have any kind of goal for your journal, no matter how simple it may be, it's going to take some amount of time and effort to keep up with it, and I needed to remind myself of that. And then I went back to the front of my planner and filled in the table of contents, and that is it for my February wrap-up and March setup. I know it's really simple, but I really just live in the daily logs of this bullet journal and collections, which are already set up. And now it's time to go over my bullet journal signifiers. To start out with the basics, any task, event, or bit of information that I want to keep at the front of my mind starts off with a bullet point until I'm done with it. Completed tasks and events get a check mark. Information that I want to keep as a note gets a plus sign. Bits that I end up migrating get an arrow. And abandoned bits get an X. Highlighted bits are work-related, and I usually highlight after writing everything out so that the marks are clean. And sometimes I indent things. It's extremely useful to break down large tasks into smaller steps, and also keeping notes and thoughts together. Lastly, we have more memory logging signifiers. Memories and happy thoughts that I want to log get a heart, and these are written after the fact. Places we visit get double arrows, and these are also logged in after it's done. B is for breakfast, L is for lunch, D is for dinner. And then I tried to show you an example of how I use brackets to group things, but that wasn't a very good example. I use a $sign for money that I spent that day. And to give you a better example of how I use brackets, let's pretend I'm grouping a set of work tasks and mark that I want to complete them by Tuesday evening. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!